Details only deepen the mystery surrounding Kalamazoo shootings, while Donald Trump rivals hope to break his streak at the Nevada caucuses. And protests are expected against the FBI at Apple stores today. It's February 23rd, 2016. I'm Kelly Collins.
And I'm Regan Blissett.
And this is Laker News.
Stoic, cooperative, and conversational. That's how police described Jason Dalton's demeanor when they said the Uber driver admitted to killing 6 people and winning 2 others on a Saturday night shooting spree. But they still have no idea what caused the 45-year-old married father of 2 to fire at least 30 rounds across 3 crime scenes. A prosecutor said Monday that Dalton picked up fares for the ride-hailing service after the first shooting Saturday that left a woman seriously wounded and picked up more riders after the 2 subsequent shootings that proved fatal. Uber officials acknowledged the company received complaints about Dalton's erratic driving that day and said the company's policy is to contact the driver when alerted to unsafe driving, but they would not say whether anyone at the company spoke to Dalton. Dalton, meanwhile, appeared briefly in court by video link and was charged with 6 open counts of murder, which carry a mandatory life sentence, 2 counts of assault with intent to commit murder, and 8 counts of felony firearm.
Republicans in Nevada will make their presidential pick in caucuses Tuesday night, the last contest before 11 states vote on Super Tuesday. March 1st is Super Tuesday, and Donald Trump will be looking for his 3rd consecutive victory, while Marco Rubio and Ted Cruz jockey to become the main Trump alternative. Some big-money GOP donors have switched their support to Rubio, but it may be too late. Since 1980, no Republican has carried both New Hampshire and South Carolina and then failed to win the nomination.
Senators will meet Tuesday for their regular weekly lunch meeting, and this time around, there's something new on the table. The discussion of filling the open Supreme Court seat left by late Justice Antonin Scalia. Senate Judiciary Chairman Chuck Grassley has already signaled that the Republican-controlled Senate won't consider anyone nominated by President Obama, emphasizing the partisan stalemate over the issue. This battle over Scalia's replacement could consume the Senate's agenda for months. Obama, for his part, says he will move forward with a nomination.
A digital rights organization is organizing protests at Apple stores around the U.S. today. Fight for the Future, which has been involved in several online protests in the past, has organized more than 40 protests outside Apple stores in New York City, Los Angeles, and other major cities on Tuesday at 5:30 p.m. local time. The protesters are also planning to rally outside FBI headquarters in Washington, D.C. The rallies come a week after Apple was ordered by a U.S. magistrate judge to provide software to the FBI that would allow the agency to crack the passcode on the iPhone used by one of the attackers in the tragic San Bernardino terrorist attacks. Apple denied the request, saying that it would represent a breach in privacy for all users.
According to information released by NASA, astronauts on the Apollo 10 heard what they described as an outer space type music, and no one said anything about it for almost 40 years. In 1969, Apollo 10 astronauts in orbit around the moon heard a whistling sound described as outer spacey, weird, and eerie. Eugene Cernan and John Young discussed the noises as their craft flew around the far side of the moon out of radio contact. On Tuesday night, recordings of the strange sounds will be featured on the Science Channel show NASA's Unexplained Files at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. The sounds have at least one skeptic. Apollo 11 astronaut Michael Collins, in a book published years later, said they were just radio interference.
Thank you for watching Laker News. We'll see you here tomorrow.